Alright, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Here for some more Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. They're not done with the game just yet. The future seems pretty dang bright. I know we just got the recent Super Limit Breaking Neo DLC that included 30 plus additional characters, 20 plus customization items, a free update with patch notes, additional stages, the whole 9 yards. Things that we've been criticizing the game for the longest time. They listened to the feedback and incorporated all the epic stuff. But recently, over on the official Dragon Ball Games Twitter page, they went ahead and tweeted out, further updates regarding future free updates have been confirmed for release in October of 2026. That sounds promising, right? It's also not that long of a wait because, again, the DLC just came out a couple weeks ago in October of 2026. That's only 2 months from the time of recording this video. Stay tuned to the channel because whatever they do reveal, I'll be sure to cover it frame one. It also says, please look forward to the future announcements. They're going to be revealing all of that over on the Bandai Namco YouTube pages, I'm sure, Twitter pages, the official Sparking Zero websites, all their platforms. What do you personally think they're going to be including within these free updates? Now, we'll go ahead and talk a little bit more about that. Another thing that's technically happening in the month of October is going to be the 2nd year anniversary for Sparking Zero. Of course, the game came out October of 2024, so it's a perfect setup for that celebration and just to showcase what's going to be dropping in the future, because they've actually did this in the past with the first anniversary of the game. They dropped the over 200 characters trailer. It didn't necessarily reveal much, right? Just went over the entire roster, showcasing the characters' epic cutscenes, supers, ultimates, transformations, whatever it may be. However, at the very end of the trailer, it said to be continued, right? Hinting at those upcoming updates and DLCs. So my speculation, again, is that this could very well be referring to the upcoming 2nd anniversary. Obviously, it's not 100% confirmed, but it only makes sense to me. And plus, we got to sit back and think about this. Why would they tweet out gassing up their upcoming updates? You know what I mean? Because there are technically multiple types of free updates. For example, the major ones that come out before the actual paid DLC pack, like where they add additional gameplay mechanics, free stages sometimes. And then we have those smaller updates where they just randomly update the game, you know, during the dry season of the game. I like to call it the intermission phase, where they just do the small changes, adjustments, balances, stuff like that. This one, again, they're gassing up, telling us to look forward to the upcoming announcement. So this very well could be major. Obviously, we have no idea what's going to be integrated within these updates here, but I just wanted to, you know, say that it could be something to look forward to. That's for dang sure. Now, to go over to the speculatory side of things, we're just going to kind of give out ideas of what they could potentially give out during these free updates. And to help us do that, we're just going to look at the past updates, right? They've been dropping some pretty decent ones leading up to the actual paid DLC content. For example, the winter update where they included the Mission 100 game mode, and then during the springtime they introduced the survival mode. Both of these missions were from the Budokai Tenkaichi 3 video game. Correct me down below if I'm wrong, but I think we have just about everything that was in Budokai Tenkaichi 3 now in Sparking Zero. So if they do decide to give us a new mode, what would you guys like to see? I remember they did this survey a while back, and I said specifically in the survey that it would be cool to get this tag team mode, something similar to the PSP Tenkaichi tag team video game where it's like this 2v2. I think that could be pretty dang great. And not only additional missions, but we've gotten some stages. For example, the first Demon World, that was part of the DLC 3 free updates, right? Didn't have to pay for this. For the super limit breaking Neo free updates, the Molten Lava stage, a reskin of the Destroyer Planet Namek, the reskin of Wasteland. This is supposed to be coming from the first DBZ Broly movie, and then the Sky Daytime of the Future Ruin. So I wouldn't mind just different variants of already existing stages in the game, because if I'm being honest, the Wasteland one, or not the Wasteland, but the Volcanic one from the Second Coming Broly movie, that one feels like a completely brand new stage. Doesn't necessarily feel like a reskin to me personally. So getting more of that would be a plus. And sometimes they would add completely brand new game mechanics, or maybe revamped mechanics where they take the old things and just enhance them in some type of way. For example, the Sparking Boost, where you have the option to apply that boost to get the additional buffs. Bardock right here with the +2 strength, +10 ki blast. It's pretty nice, kind of like this comeback mechanism. And they even did the chain blast, where you're able to follow up with a teammate using their super attack instead of a traditional knockdown, right? So just making the game fun through these updates. Yeah, I would like to see some more additions, something similar to the past history. Now, we do have updates that just recently happened to the game. Going over to the English version of Dragon Ball Twitter games over here, they tweeted out, "Thank you for playing Sparking Zero. We will release an update on August 7th, 2026. So about 2 days ago. It's fairly recent. Due to the update distribution, maintenance will be conducted on August 7th. That's just the time of when maintenance went down. We are also planning to release an update to adjust the computer behavior in the future." Okay, so yeah, they're going to be adjusting the computer settings right off the bat. I'm sure they're going to be doing this for all the difficulty settings, because I know there's like the weak, normal, hard, super, ultra, or whatever, so they all might get adjustments. Stay tuned for that. Please update your game to the latest version after the maintenance to enjoy the newest contents, balance adjustments, and improvements. All this was 2 days ago, so you guys should already have the patch. If we go over to the Bandai Namco page, we have the actual content of what went down. Changes and adjustments affecting the entire game. Model. Fixed display issues affecting certain character models. Okay, yeah, because I remember seeing somewhere on Twitter that they updated the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta model. To be fair, that could have been from the DLC free updates and not this one. I don't know what this was referring to, but yeah, certain character models have been changed. They also made some changes and adjustments to the game mode, the new one that we just got from the DLC, Limit Breaking Journey. Added an option to choose whether to keep or re-roll a Battle Arts sub-skill when clearing the game on normal difficulty or higher. I guess that's cool. I haven't necessarily tried out the new mission mode just yet, believe it or not. So it's good that they're already updating the DLC stuff. Updated some dialogue lines and improved overall stability, right, under the others category. Nothing too crazy. And this is also what I was talking about before. Again, we get those major free updates, and sometimes we'll get small updates like this one right here. Perfect example. They didn't necessarily tweet about this one, you know what I mean? They didn't gas it up and say stay tuned for the upcoming free updates. They just immediately dropped the patch notes in the tweets, you know what I mean? So this is why I feel like this is going to be something major, maybe in regards to that second anniversary. Just speculating out here. Now, talking a little bit more about the Nintendo Switch side of things, they've also been receiving updates. They're not necessarily on the same timeline as Steam, PlayStation, or Xbox, right? Because we just got all of the recent stuff, and Nintendo Switch, they just got DLC 3, the Dama characters. So this is just for the people who are curious about the Switch side of things. It says the second legendary warrior face-off in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero starts now on Switch 1 and 2. Okay, I remember this one, specifically where we have to go up against Whis. So yeah, you guys are just barely getting that one. Take on specially powered up characters in this solo mode and put your skills to the test. In this second event, you'll face off against Whis. The first one was DBS Broly. The third one, since we already got it on PlayStation and Xbox, I think it was DBS Frieza, who can transform into his golden states. And there was another recent Switch update, or it hasn't happened yet. It's going to be happening later down the line. So just extra clarification, more news for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is coming this October. That's the same as this tweet, just worded a bit differently. But the second half is in regards to the Switch. So you guys will also be getting the Mission 100 and Survival Mode free updates planned for 2027. Dang! Dude, you guys are going to be getting that 2027? It is what it is. Nothing too crazy. Leave your thoughts down below in the comments. What you guys think the October update's going to be, what they're going to be showcasing, talking about. I'm not necessarily expecting month or much during the month of October, right? I feel like it's just going to be a teaser of what's to come in the future, right? Because they tend to do that. It's just like a teaser for an upcoming teaser, you know? So it could still be fun later down the line, like when the free update does eventually come out. But thank you guys for the immense support. This is it for today's video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace!